All right, in today's Health Smart, we are debunking some top sleep myths and taking a closer look at what it takes to get a good night's rest. I need this segment. Joining us now is Dr. Khorsandi, sleep and snore expert with Snore Experts in Los Angeles.
Good to see you. Thank you. This is an important topic. I always tell my friends it's #1.
Yes, thank you for having me on here.
Yes. Okay, so people always ask, is it 6, 7, 8, 9? What's the recommended nighttime?
I always like to say about 8 hours roughly, because some people need a little bit more, some people need a little bit less. As we're younger, we tend to need more. As we get older, we tend to need a little bit less.
Okay.
All right, what about snoring? A lot of people think it's a bad thing. Is it harmless or is it bad for you?
People have been saying snoring is a myth, but it's a major bad thing because what that's doing is it's disrupting your sleep and typically disrupting of your partner's sleep. Yeah.
What about the TV in the bedroom? A lot of people want to wind down, lie in the bed, and watch TV.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
I'm not a big fan of that at all. In fact, I don't even have a TV in my bedroom.
Me either.
Yeah, it totally disrupts sleep. It's blue light, and that helps block melatonin release in your body, so you're going to get poorer sleep if you have that at night.
Okay, so if people do have the television in their room, advice, you just turn it off an hour before you go to bed?
At least an hour before going to bed will help you, and that'll help you kind of wind down and get a better sleep as well, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of people don't need an alarm. A lot of people need an alarm. What about the snooze button?
I'm not a fan of the snooze button either. What that does is, let's say you wake up and you're tired, you hit that snooze button. What that's going to do is then you're going to start another cycle of sleep. And you're only going to get 9 minutes out of that cycle, so then you're going to get woken up into a next stage of sleep, and that's going to also make you feel groggy.
So just get out of the bed.
You got to bite the bullet and just get out of bed.
Okay, go to bed earlier, right?
Absolutely.
This is all making me hungry. We're going to start on this side. This is all good things to eat prior to bed.
Yeah, so these are some things that I recommend patients to eat to get a healthy night's sleep. So over here we've got pineapple and cherries. Those actually are high in melatonin. We just talked about melatonin. That's what helps us go to sleep at night.
Interesting.
Yeah, so and if you're not a big fan of cherry pits, you can do tart cherry juice, which will help as well there.
And greens, obviously healthy.
Greens are healthy. They're full of magnesium. These ones here, and magnesium is what calms us at night, and that's you can eat that throughout the day, and that'll help you get a better night's sleep as well, too.
What is this stuff? Oh, there's just some spices?
So there's some spices. Spices have antioxidants and what are called polyphenols. Those will help fight inflammation. Yeah. Over here, this is kind of cool. We've all heard about turkey and Thanksgiving and tryptophan, something that helps us sleep at night. But gram for gram, cheddar cheese actually has more tryptophan than turkey, so something to consider there. Another one here is soybeans, edamame. We get them at the sushi restaurant. Lots of tryptophan in there. One of the cool things with that is people who are suffering from menopause or hot flashes, there's estrogen-like compounds in there that will actually alleviate some of those symptoms at night. So that'll help some of the ladies sleep better at night.
Salmon and nuts.
These are what I call the oily bits here. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So these have what's called omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. Those will help you sleep at night. They're also anti-inflammatory. I have salmon a couple times a week and nuts on demand all the time.
I know, I have nuts a lot around too. What is the, because I would think sugar.
So these are, you know, my little antioxidant blend here. So I have berries in my fridge all the time, and I pick them up at the farmer's market. They're fantastic, high in antioxidants or polyphenols. Those are anti-inflammatory compounds, low glycemic index, so you're not going to get that big sugar rush. And then dark chocolate, also a big fan of that. I usually have a square of that at night for dessert. That's also
so yummy.
Who doesn't love chocolate, right?
All right, next over, I just now noticed this.
Yes.
The Doritos, a couple of cans of Coors beer and a bottle of wine.
This has a big N-O on it.
This is the don't do section. So here's the deal. You know, we have crazy days at work. You know, job was driving you crazy, traffic was nuts, kids are going nuts at home. It's very tempting to grab for some beers or a couple glasses of wine and, you know, wash it down with some salty processed food, but all that's going to do is mess your sleep up at night. Yeah, the alcohol might make you feel a little bit more drowsy or groggy, but you're going to get disruption in your stages of sleep. You're not going to benefit from the full nights of sleep, and you're going to wake up and you're going to pay for it the next day. So.
Is it correct that basically it makes you drowsy, but then a few hours later it spikes in sugar, so then you wake up?
Exactly.
It's like waking up at 2:30 in the morning. You're like, why can't I sleep?
Exactly.
Right?
I was just talking to someone backstage. They said the same exact thing.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then just really quickly, you've got some teas and almonds, which are great.
So instead of this, what I would say is, you know, have a glass of this tea. This is a special tea. It's called guava leaf tea. So it's not guava tea, but it's actually the leaves from the guava tree. It's an herbal tea. There's no caffeine. It will actually regulate your blood sugar levels, and that will actually keep you asleep more throughout the night, less chance of waking up from running out of sugar.
And then there's always the supplements.
And there's some supplements on the side there as well, too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I get to eat dark chocolate.
There you go. For more information, head to snoreexperts.com. You can also find Snore Experts on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter.
All right, really good information.
Awesome.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having
We'll
me.
be right back.
Good job.